The Class 1 amalgam placement on the mesial of tooth number 14 at the occlusal pit of number 14 will involve first a visualization of how the cavus surface margin continues around the cavity preparation and how we will eventually restore the buccal groove emerging into the central pit and how we will restore this triangular ridge emerging into the central groove. In the mesial, we have a mesial groove that engages the central pit, and we'll keep all of these in mind as we place the amalgam into the cavity preparation. We begin with a small increment of amalgam and then begin our condensation towards the pulpal floor, placing the amalgam just a small increment, begin our condensation towards the pulpal floor, and some lateral movements into the line angles of the cavity preparation. Continue with increments of amalgam and additional condensation strokes which should overlap. Again, with a little lateral movement into the cavity walls. Continue adding increments of amalgam. Vertical condensation, and a little bit more lateral condensation. We've almost completed the filling of the cavity, and the goal is to overfill the cavity preparation. Overfill is easy to carve back, and underfill cannot be dealt with after the amalgam is completed, and underfill means we have to start over. We can use the side of the condenser to develop some of the anatomy, especially the triangular ridge as it goes into the central groove. And there are several other instruments that we can employ. For example, we can employ the ball burnisher to develop anatomy. And a little more detailed anatomy can be achieved using the triangle-shaped cone burnisher. And this burnisher helps to develop the groove anatomy. I would advise against making very, very finely detailed groove anatomy. That can be accomplished on later finishing and polishing. But making the groove anatomy too detailed at this point can give us a complication of difficulty in polishing, and it risks over carving and thus underfilling. In this situation with the overfill, a little bit of excess here. My original prep margins didn't extend quite this far, but I'm going to wait through the initial set of the amalgam before we carve that excess. We'll take about a 6-minute wait here. In this case, the amalgam's initial set takes 6 minutes, and then we'll come back and do our carving.